Oh, say welcome back, everybody. We have a lot of work to do. So all this leaf compost down here mixed in with some hay over the winter has to come out so I can get them some new stuff to play around in. Plus I'm gonna cut, oh wow, hi. Like, you just flew all the way up to me. You just flew all the way up to me, you goofball. Are you a goofball? You are a goofball. Like flew, I mean, I'm only 4'11", so it's not really far from the ground. All right, hey, come on. We gotta get working today. We gotta get working today. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, so I'm gonna get shoveling and we're gonna make this compost pile. Gotta make the compost pile. Oh, you gonna go? There we go. Let's make a compost pile. So this is the compost pile that I'm starting with the chicken manure and the leaf compost and the hay that have been in the run all winter long. So I started this already. It's been so cold. I've been trying to get stuff done, but now it's nice. So I started with a layer of leaf mulch and hay, and then I put some of the direct chicken manure on top, and then I'm just doing the lasagna method. So I'll do manure and mulch, manure and mulch, manure and mulch. So I get a nice big pile. So that way the chicken manure that's super high in nitrogen, it'll get warm, it'll get hot, should get hot. Because it's already been starting to compost down. If you can see in the back, some of it has actually already turned into more of like a dirt consistency. So I'll just keep layering this until we're done. So I got the pile this high. I'll keep adding to it. I did end up just putting some of the mulch down from the bed on top of this existing pile, and that'll help. I mean, I have a lot of leftover Brussels sprout stalks and a lot of stuff in here, so I'll just let this compost down. While I was out there digging, I thought about it for a second, and I mean, this is leaf mulch and hay. You know, I might throw this in a pile and use it as mulch around my plants. I didn't quite think about that. I'll probably actually do that, and that way it can continue to decompose. It'll hold water well. It'll keep the soil protected from the sun and stuff. So I don't know. What do you think? I'll give it a try, right? I have some stuff that I've my perennials. Maybe I'll put some around that and see what happens. Guess what we're eating this weekend? Asparagus! Oh, I'm excited. I've got a few stalks up, so I will, boy, look at the size of that sucker. I'll start picking some of this. This is exciting. It's hard when you have a little bed of asparagus like this because I have little guys like this. And so I might end up with a couple shoots, 3 or 4 shoots at a time. I don't want them to get too big because they will start to fern right away. I want to keep, this is what, my 3rd year with this one, so I can cut as much as I want from this. But a tip with that, if you cut them and you're just waiting, because these grow so fast, you'll be cutting this every day, you can cut the stalks and put them in a glass of water and they'll stay good for a couple days while you're waiting for others to grow. Good tip. So I really messed up, guys. I guess I didn't realize it was going to be in the 20s last night. So when I came out to my greenhouse this morning, I had some really sad tomato plants. Let's see if I can get my head out of the way. Oh, they look so sad. They got touched by the cold and they are not happy. So, plus I had a couple of my panels in the roof of my greenhouse kind of blow open a little. So that could have something to do with it. I won't make excuses, I messed up. Oh well. So I put them out in the sun here to see if I can revive some of them. I doubt it, but I'm gonna fix the greenhouse now. Nice sunny day out here on a Saturday. You will now probably start seeing me in my summer hat. So I wear this hat all the time, and I wear sunscreen all the time because I had melanoma almost 13 years ago. And so I try to make sure I am sun protected. And my nose got a little pink yesterday, so I was like, oops, it's time to bring out my big hat. So I will be wearing this for the rest of the summer. We have a lot of projects to do. I spent the entire morning trying to upload my last video, which made me mad because my Mac was full. And I'm new to the Mac world because we just got it for Christmas, and I was trying to put my videos on my external hard drive and whatever. I'm not technologically savvy, so now that I am done with that, we can move on with life. So I am gonna finish putting tape on my greenhouse. Yes, tape. I'm putting tape on my greenhouse. Whatever. It's a good alternative for me. I got clear, let's see. I got the clear Gorilla tape. And I'm taping off all the seams. Until I have a better option and a better placement for a nice window greenhouse, I am just gonna use this to the best of my ability. It's working out really well. Things are doing good, so let's just try to keep it as best as I can. So I'm gonna finish taping this off and trying to keep everything together, and then I'll put the shade cloth back on because I don't want it to be too long without it. Actually, it's done pretty well with the door open and the little sunroof thing open too. So we got a lot to do today, so we'll keep going. Ooh, it's a hot one out today. It's almost 70. I wanted to get this asparagus out before it gets too tall and starts to fern. So, well, we have a fluffy butt in the way. There, hi fluffy butt. Get out of here. Come on. Go see Kara. And we're gonna clip these just below the soil surface on a diagonal. These two. There's some big ones, that's for sure. Oh, let's see, what else? Some of these are really big. They get too big. There we go. The first asparagus harvest. Oh, yeah. Kara has some too. Not too shabby. We're gonna eat asparagus tonight. And it's been really hot out here, but since it is nice, I got the tomatoes and the peppers out here blazing in the sun. It's lovely for them. They're pretty happy. I did go through and snip their first little leaves off because they don't really need them anymore. And I just went through and took all the weeds out of like the herb area garden. And the perennials will come back. There's only a few. The oregano hasn't popped up yet, so I don't know. So sage is iffy. It did come back last year. I have a little hydrangea here. And our chives, they come back year after year. And I actually, when I was changing the garden around, I actually just threw these in a pot one year and left them there for like 2 years. I didn't do a thing with them. And then when we put these raised beds around here, Carol just plopped it right here in this spot, and boy, she's just going. They just keep on coming. I never have to plant those again. And this is Russian tarragon. It already came back. I can't believe it. I mean, I can see the woody stalks underneath. I went through and tried to clip some of them off, and I put some of that garden soil. That soil's really, really good. And some cow manure, and just kind of raked it all in here to help give things a little boost. So I'm going to try to use this. Let me know what you have used Russian tarragon for. We got our sign up. The Chick Inn. What do you think of that? The Chick Inn. And we got our cool little hooks up. My Aunt Di got me those, so I can hang the little egg baskets. So it's super cute. The Chick Inn. Just trying to get some cleanup done around here. We got a couple of broody girls, so we kicked her out. Now everybody's mad, because she's outside and they're not. Well, that's the end of a nice long weekend. We're gonna make some dinner and see you in a bit. I just wanted to talk for a few minutes about failure. So I am definitely a person that I don't like to fail at things. When I do something, I feel like if I don't do it right the first time, then I completely failed at it and I should never do it again. It's very frustrating. I'm sure it is for everybody. Very frustrating to fail at something. So I am starting to figure out that maybe something didn't go right. It's not necessarily a failure. So something I found out with my tomato plants, as you saw, I totally spaced on the fact that it was a 20 degree night and I lost some of my tomato plants. So it was extremely frustrating for me that I was like, oh, I failed at this. I wanted this greenhouse so badly, and then I failed. But I guess I have to look at it from a different perspective, that it's not necessarily a failure, as I tried something and it didn't work for this particular plant. So the weather here is not always great, and sometimes it can be 20 degrees and the next day it'll be 80. So it's very hard to judge sometimes. Now, I am blessed that I have a 3-season front porch, and it is very mild out here, and it's a safe place for my plants to be. And I've had them out here, but I really, really wanted the greenhouse to work, and it does for some things. But just right now, in this time, in this moment, it's just not going to work for my tomato plants or my pepper plants. So after bringing them in and bringing them out and putting them in the greenhouse, putting them outside, I think the 50% shade cloth is just a little too much shade for the tomatoes and the peppers right now. So I just said, take a step back. Maybe these particular plants need something that I know will work. So out here on my front porch, where the grow lights are, I put them out here, put a fan on them. Here's my fan. And literally putting them out here underneath the lights, in 24 hours, they grew so much. I couldn't believe the difference in 24 hours. So, like, see, that little cherry is hanging on. I just left it there because I did put a seed in there to try to regrow a cherry tomato plant. So what I realized was that, this works for the tomatoes, for me, for here in my area right now. So
I guess I can't really look at it as a failure. You know, I tried it and it just didn't work. That's okay. You know, it might work next year. It might not work the year after. So I'm just gonna keep them out here, keep the fan on them. I have all my flowers and stuff out in the greenhouse and they're doing just great. There's other stuff in the greenhouse that's doing great. My broccoli, cauliflower, those are cold weather crops that can take, you know, one 20-degree night and they'll be okay. Whereas these guys just needed to be, they're tender little plants that don't like it. So I put them out here and they have just gone crazy and I'm so happy. And I'll just keep them here for another week or so, and I'm excited. So again, I guess I can't look at it as a failure. I tried it, right? So moving on, I have some of my other stuff. See, my nasturtium needs to go in a pot. These are my kohlrabis. These are cold weather too. They're okay. They're brassicas, so I probably should get them up potted and put in the greenhouse so they can be out there, and lots of other stuff coming in. And I'm really excited to get this show on the road. See, even the pepper plants really, like within 24 hours, these peppers were like poof, had their second set of leaves, and they really took right off. So I am gonna leave them here. It's just, it is what it is. I know, I really wanted to just be able to put everything in my greenhouse, but it's small. It's not like I like glass, and it is what it is. I'll be able to put them out there in the next couple weeks anyways, before I put them in the ground. And on that note, I've been really paying attention to the Weather Channel, because the Weather Channel kind of does like 15 days instead of like a 10-day forecast. So we are looking really good for the next 10 to 15 days, which gets me today's the 7th. Today is my daughter's 13th birthday. Woohoo, happy birthday, Kara. So really getting us 15 days is really, really close to our last usual frost date-ish. So, and there's nothing in sight. So we're above 40s. Some days are in the 50s. So I may start some seeds in ground in the garden here in the next couple days. So we'll follow along to see that next time. And as always, from my coop to yours, thank you for growing with me so I can grow with you.